Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Simple Not Easy. I'm your host Gavin Bowen, and today I'd like to kick off a new segment. This segment is called Get the Fuck Out. And today on Get the Fuck Out, we're going to be featuring Press Secretary Sean Spicer. Yesterday, Sean Spicer held a press conference. It was in large part to discuss the new healthcare bill. We'll call it Trumpcare. Please call it Trumpcare. So, with Trumpcare, Sean Spicer began to describe the differences between Obamacare and Trumpcare. Next to him on the podium, he had the healthcare bill that is known as the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare, in its 1,000+ pages stacked on the table. And then he pointed to the Republican answer, which is about 123 pages. And so every time he was asked a follow-up question by a reporter about the healthcare bill, he would point to this difference in size. And he would say of Obamacare, see, this is big government. This is what government looks like in your healthcare plans. And with the Republican plan, this is what you get. No one's going to intrude when it's only 123 pages. And then he would make some, comment about how the first 50 pages in it are really only to repeal Obamacare. So really their plan is only about 67 pages or whatever. So basically you're saying that in order to cover 300+ million people in the United States with healthcare, having 60 some odd pages of a healthcare plan is an appropriate amount? Seems like you're going to be missing something in there. And he kept going back and back and back to these stacks of paper. I'm like, Sean, you are setting yourself up for a Melissa McCarthy rebirth of you on SNL. You need to cut it out. Don't you get it? You're pointing to stacks of paper. No one cares what the size is. It's the substance. You know what would really help healthcare? You know what would bring down costs of healthcare? If people didn't have to use their healthcare so much. But how do you do that? I have a very simple solution that's not easy of how you can really solve healthcare in America. Here's how it goes. Stop repealing acts that keep our water streams clean. Stop building oil pipelines near water resources. Tax carbon so that the air quality is cleaner. I don't know, promote healthier eating. Keep the regulations in place that require nutritional food for children to eat at school. Oh, here's a crazy idea. Raise the minimum wage to a living wage so that people can actually afford things like health care for their children, care for themselves, being able to go to the gym, being able to buy healthier food. Stop increasing the military budget. It is already high enough. Use that money for infrastructure. I mean, maybe fewer people will get into car accidents if the actual roads are built better. Stop messing with women's reproductive rights. You are old fucking dudes who don't know shit. It's also important to know on this day, International Women's Day, what this healthcare plan will actually do to women. According to a Daily Beast article, the GOP's plan guts Medicaid expansion, defunds Planned Parenthood, and sunsets a federal rule that requires that qualified insurance plans cover things like mental health care, maternity care, pediatric and dental and vision care, among other things. So basically, if you're a woman and you use birth control, or you choose not to use birth control, if you choose to have a kid, if you choose not to have a kid, if that child needs to have some special needs or health services, if you are pregnant or going to become pregnant, you are going to be hurt most by this. And that means we're all going to be hurt by this. So Sean Spicer, get the fuck out. Your careless attempt to explain away the fact that your bill is 60 pages of bullshit and nothing more, and to compare that to the Affordable Care Act, which actually helped women and promoted healthier living, you should be ashamed of yourself. So Sean Spicer, Get the fuck out. And shut the fuck up with that bullshit about the different sizes of the healthcare plans. It doesn't help anybody, and you look like an idiot, and I can't wait for SNL. For this edition of Get the Fuck Out and this episode of Simple Not Easy, I'm your host, Gavin Bowen. Have a great week, and I'll see you guys later.